All right, let's answer some of your questions now. Josh, a turn to you first. From Haresh, is now a good time to go long Shake Shack?
It's both a good time to go long Shake Shack and to visit your local location and try the chicken sandwich. This is a $2.4 billion,
right? I mean, let's be honest. I'm not speaking for you.
It's a $2.4 billion market cap.
When isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room. One thing real quick on Shack. Last week they announced the entire board of directors is going to take the remaining compensation through the first quarter of next year in all stock, 100% stock, no cash. So when you see things like that, as an owner of a business, when I see other business owners and directors doing that, it makes me feel really good about my investment. So I'm long, and I would be a buyer.
All right, good stuff. Pete, to you from Brendan in Australia. Thanks for the question. What are your thoughts on Capital One Financial?
Yeah, I love this name, Scott. I owned the calls and the stock, so I was doubly long at one point in time. I got out of the calls. I continue to own the stock. I like it. I like the fact that they've got so much exposure to different parts of the financial world and the services and all the credit cards, everything that they are. So it gives you a lot of diversity within a company that has a great balance sheet. I like it. I'm going to continue to hold on to it.
Shan from Viba in Boston, Massachusetts. What about Alibaba? Is it a buy here?
Yes, we bought this in early April. Still think it's a buy. Could be a little choppy over the next couple of months as we deal with some political overhang and maybe a little bit of a slower Chinese consumer recovery. But the cloud business is going to continue to drive interest in this stock going forward.
Man, we're all over the globe today. Amy, we have a question from Russell in New Zealand now. Can I get your opinion on Ecolab?
We like Ecolab. It's the only material name we own in the sector. It's significantly outperformed year to date, up 8% versus the sector down 6%. They just completed a successful spinoff of their upstream energy business, Champion X. So it's not cheap, but we think it's a good long-term holding.
All right, my man, Mr. Wonderful from Paul, stateside in Detroit, Michigan. Would you recommend buying CrowdStrike?
Yes, I own CrowdStrike in a growth index, but I also own it personally. This is a must-own name going into an election cycle. I guarantee you, whoever loses will blame the Russians, the Chinese, and maybe the Venezuelans this time. It'll all be about cybersecurity. The company will get a tremendous amount of focus. It's one of the go-to names. Anybody looking at America 2.0, cybersecurity, election cycle, yes, yes, yes. Own it now right through January.